I'm really glad to be here. What I'm going quite quickly to talk about this evening is an intersection of three different things. The first is a study I've made on spam. And the second and the third are two artworks that I've developed with other three persons, another Italian artist, Paolo Cirio, and a couple of well-known and established artists, Huber Morgan, Hans Berdan, and Blix. I've tried to, I'm basically a theorist, so I've tried to connect these different things under this name, the online economy of desire. Internet users retina are endlessly tangled up by online marketing, visual and cultural agents. The human target of choice is entered in its own intimate screen space through different strategies, mainly deeply stimulating users' inner instincts. Abusing these instincts for selling goods is essential in the extremely fast online economy. Hence, embodying the economical raison d'etre of internet corporations and analyzing spam as a communication phenomenon, such as the funny dictatorship of Google unveiled in the work I was mentioning before, that's called Google Will Eat Itself, and the peep show book selling of Amazon that we tried to reverse engineering in Amazon Noir, show that digital art can simultaneously be used to unmask and be visionary about mesmerizing and pervasive online marketing strategies. But let's start with a quote attributed to Erich Fromm. He said, "A vast sector of modern advertising does not appeal to reason but to emotion. Like any other kind of hypnoid suggestion, it tries to impress its objects emotionally and then make them submit intellectually." The so-called economy of attention in an almost completely mediated public environment and landscape requires something to emerge from the unbearable amount of signals we have to face. Spam, on one hand, pollutes our email personal environment, and on the other hand is able to sometimes emerge from its own grayness and capture our eyeballs. Even if in the jungle of trash communication, genuine personal messages become golden signals, the total amount of communication delivered by spam forces us to navigate searching for sense and enhancing personal communication. Thus, being personal, a spammer could use words and tones usually forbidden in public. So he can easily be coarse, or explicit, or too confidential. Everything happens between two windows, essentially. The spammer remote one, two windows on the respective screens, of course. The spammer remote one, containing the bulk email software in action, and the local one of the spammed individual. So when commercial or business communication almost physically enter the personal space, everything seems to be allowed. Spam embodies one of the main paradoxes of the net. Guaranteeing freedom of electronic communication could mean too much in too diverse communication one single targeted conscience can tolerate. The process of targeting the individual was massively applied at the end of 70s through the direct marketing practices. And it should not be a coincidence that in the same period the first word processor software with the merge capabilities from a database of addresses was released. But if you think these concepts are of late 70s, just think twice. Because the DMA, the Direct Marketing Association in the United States, was founded in 1917, so it's quite an old concept. What was announced with the direct marketing strategies was the personal space invasion. Spam seemed to be the final test for the conquest of our neuronal space. And let's read another quote. This is from John Takara. John Takara is the director of Doors of Perception Conference and Festival. He said, "Our dilemma is not that we receive too much information. We don't receive anywhere near the quantity of data it takes to overload our neurons. Our minds are capable of processing and analyzing many gigabits of data per second, a lot more data than any of today's supercomputers can process and act on in real time. We feel flooded because we are getting information unfiltered, unsorted, and unframed. We lack ways to select what's important. In fact, we are not yet trained to avoid unwanted information, subject of your choice. It's a matter of seconds or a little more to see who won and who lost. It's much faster than the advertisement on print, radio and TV especially, that used to be the fastest of them all. So spamming, in a way, has completely digested the broadcasting and billboard advertisement culture. And as in its physical equivalent, the wood or metal mailbox, you have to remove unwanted stuff by hand. And chances are that some of the stuff will definitely attract your eyes. So spam is, as one of his infamous subjects, strictly confidential for some of the near future mass media communication. And if invasive advertisement is going to slowly become the norm, we will probably adapt to it through our own language skills in order to avoid it at any level or indulge on it now or in its future more subtle and sophisticated incarnation. But if spam is intrinsically pervasive, online corporations have to develop specific cultural interface to improve and protect their own capital of attention. And Google is probably one of the absolute icons of online capitalism.